organizing my dad's warehouse, life, compound, situation. Got all that stuff out, organized it into stuff. I'm really excited. I'm just trying to act cool. Like, this has been my life today. It's been so good. It's been like giving me life today, is what I mean. So I've got tools. I even put little list things in case I can't finish. Then it's not just piles of stuff. It is. These are bags that are empty, so they can be used as totes to put certain things into. Sporting goods section, chemicals, electric, this stuff. And what I did was took everything out of here. It was all full today. I pushed it out. I evicted it. This stuff, I don't know what that is. I have no idea. This stuff, drones. Some of them are broken, some of them are in boxes. He's got to figure that out. This is, I don't know. This stuff should go home. It's home goods. This stuff goes in the trailer, or like when you're going away but need stuff for four-wheeling. These are ties that I haven't gone through yet. Stuff that is really cool, and he probably wants immediately, like in his stuff. And we're back to this stuff. So yeah, when you come in here, you've got your boots with your socks. You got your all this Apex stuff. Like, just grab this if you're taking a cold trip. You got a sleeping bag and a bag to put the stuff in. Like, what do you think you need? Over here, you walk in, and over here is your littler stuff. All you're like, I just want to write this down. A little workspace, right? I'm working on that. And then there's your 2s, and there's your 3s. Put stuff up, put stuff up, put stuff around. Right here, a little mannequin dude with this like do. Like, this is your bat cave. You get ready here. You're in your bat cave. I had a wonderful, like a freaking awesome day. Day I can't even describe. And one part of the day I was standing on the back of a sofa, looking out this window, and I gave this sermon. It was so perfect. It felt like I was giving my swan song. It was beautiful, and I thought that it was recording because I recorded it, and I was just, telling my story, telling myself, being my life, doing all this stuff, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm talking, and everything's the world has come together. I'm awake, I'm open, I'm vibing with the universe, and standing on the back of a chair, just like balancing perfectly. It was crazy, Matrix shit. It was beautiful, and then Jerry comes and he goes, "What are you doing?" Really loud, like a bum, right? Because he's got my mom in his ear, and they can't find me, so everyone's panicked and blah, blah, blah. Because I just let nature take me where I was going. It was like a trail. And I found things, but I recorded for like an hour, and it was beautiful. And when I got to my phone, the voice memo was only 16 minutes long, but Jerry said I'd been up here for like an hour or two. It was nuts. I was like, time cop. So that's what I'm doing today. I think I should record more often whenever I want to record. 15 minutes. This is what I'm doing today. Things are piled places. And my brain looks at it and goes, that goes there, 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 that goes there. And then in here, you now can store things neatly. That's how my brain works. It's crazy to be here. It's like I said in my video, it's like a dynasty. It's like a commune. It's just a compound. It's like beautiful. Oh my god. Zombie apocalypse type shit. This is beautiful. And I talked about staying for the weekend to do stuff, but I don't know how to explain to Jerry the scope of what I want to do. It'd be beneficial, I know it, and I'd like to do it, but I've lost that thought. I lost all those thoughts, and I thought that they were recorded so I could go back to them, and I could make sure, because they were the thought. It was the plan. It was the way. It was the plan. It was the way, and everything was fine. And then now I don't have it to go back to, and I feel heartbroken, because the first time you say something is always the best time that you say it. Talking about what you talked about or what you think about, that's actually part of the telephone game. Like, you've now altered it. Just by looking at it, you've altered it. Just by thinking about it, you've altered it. Just by starting a voice recorder, you've created a new listener in the room, and you're talking to that listener. There's always there are always more, there's more of me than is outside. I'm bigger than my body. I'm all these places and all these things at once, and I follow the trail, and then the good trail, and it's like, this could work, this could be a thing, this could, what are you doing? Like, stuff. But they say that you have to kill your old life in order to get a new one. Look, I'm not trying to kill my life, I just want to progress and grow and have agency. I want to be responsible for myself. I want agency in that. And when anyone else, no matter what it is, any single other human, and you've altered my variables, you've altered the ability, you now have, just like when you turn on the phone or turn on the voice recorder, because you're watching it, it's changing. Who would care about these videos? That's what I said this on the video that I lost. My sister gave me for Christmas, like I talked about what all my family gave me for Christmas, and it was just like so profound, and I wanted it because I wanted to be able to write it in my book, right? Because this is beautiful. But I thought about it, and I thought about the week that I've been here and compiled it and crunched it a little, the numbers. Not crunch the numbers, but like consolidated all the thoughts, right? And my sister gave me the want to not care about what other people think and just live my life, right? That's self-care. That's cute. So it's self-care. It's I gotta sneeze. Aren't you glad that I said I had to videotape for 15 minutes and that has caught all of this awesome craziness? I've given a camera in my hand, and I've clued you in on this little crazy life I'm going through, and there's no way for me and my two, and me and my witness, me and my other self, me and my spirit, me and my soul, my souls, my everything, my split spirit, I don't know, what is it? All this stuff, right? We talk to each other. Like talk to each other. Like Black Mirror, there's two people in my head, we talk to each other. And we talk to each other in our head. I'm even like, sometimes I'll do something, I'm like, good job, buddy. Like we'll high five spiritually, astral projectally. Sometimes we do it for real life. So then randomly, what other people say, just like that Star-Lord part in the Marvel Universe, what other people say is me just randomly clapping. Giving myself a high five. But yeah, no, we walk each other through stuff, but what if you disagree? And then what if, like, and there's just so much more. There's the laid animation, like the imagination plus animation skills plus coding skills plus mapping skills plus like graphic design skills and all this stuff, this matrix stuff I've downloaded into my brain. It's like I can see the grid, and I can move things, and I can change their color, and I can move them into the future or move them into the past and see how that happened and what could happen, and it expands out, and I want to animate it, right? I want to be able to show somebody, I want to share it. But so far in my however many days I've been alive, I've not been able to accurately communicate anything that both of us inside of me is talking about, and then we say, or if it's an inside joke between us and I say it out loud, what if it doesn't land? It might not land. I know a lot of comedians probably get it. They get it. You throw something out there, it doesn't land. But when people are paying attention to you, if you throw something out there and it doesn't land and it wasn't true, what if it wasn't true? What if you were having a whole conversation, but the part you threw out was a chunk of a conversation you were having in your head with yourself and them at the same time, and then threw it out there. And is it true? Because it was just a little chunk of the situation. Because it could be like, blah, 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 blah. I got to do better than that. Let's see. It would be like, you could know so much about turtles, right? You just know everything, blah, 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 and you're talking about turtles, and this is blah, 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 and then people are having a conversation, and you just be like, I like turtles, or like, no, that was a cheap, in my head, the one was like, oh, it was turtles, and the other one was like, that was awful. But, so when we're not fans of each other, the twins in me, if you will, no, I'm not a Gemini, I'm a Taurus, but the twins in me, the duality of me specifically, they pick on each other. When they pick on each other, then everything's energy and vibration. So like, you can tell in a person, you can be like, oh, you can feel people's energy. I can see people's auras. It's not like a woo, right, type thing, but like, you could tell if someone's not in a good mood. You can tell. You can read social cues. And I think that growing up, thinking that I was a lot like my grandpa, and I liked the skills he gave me, but he kept saying he's a retard, and like he's developmental, and he does all this stuff, and he has autism, and there's some characteristics in me that I see that I'm like, yes, I'm autistic, but only one of me is autistic, maybe, because like I learned and taught and parented myself. If you can teach yourself back and forth and here, then you're unstoppable, really. But then it's mansplaining, and then it's, what if you're wrong? I don't know. What if you're wrong? Blah, 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 blah. This is the real me, though. I do this, and when I'm hiding inside myself, when I am pretending to be something else, and I'm very easy to manipulate, I know. So I have to not care. I have to go with my flow, right? And sometimes another person comes in and they're like, this is the way, and I'm like, no, it's not the way. But if you're a social person, then you have to like bounce the other ways, all the ways, right? This is the real me. This is not the, hey guys, look what I did today. I cleaned some shit. I'm in a warehouse and I cleaned some shit. And everywhere I go, it's like, it's just how my brain works, right? He lays out some coding. He's like, there's a trailer for stuff that goes down with them for their four-wheeling stuff, and so when you go into a room that's full of little stuff, you like organize all of the stuff that's how do I'm asking nerdy Instagram, how do I want to be able to see out of my, I want to be able to, I guess I need to live stream is what's going on more often, I think. Is that the case? Is that what I have to do? Who am I pleasing? Who am I caring? Who cares? Who am I to, what the fuck? Who am I? Sometimes I think I'm the singularity because I don't agree with anything and I don't care about anything. But I just like in the ways that I feel like I'm autistic, I know I'm autistic. I know there are things, I have the superpower parts of it. It's clear. It's awesome. But so then there's like, in my matrix brain there's coding, and then we hacked the code and taught facial expressions, but then I learned it a little bit too much. So I've seen lie to me, I binged it. So I absorbed the information of where people move their faces to think that they're mad, right? Even I could be saying, I love puppies and rainbows and shit. But if your face is like that, then you're like, nah, right? It doesn't matter. You get right? So, parenting yourself, and then I'm almost done here. I'm done here. Okay. All right. for Instagram. This doesn't go on Instagram. What is this for? I don't know. How long can you send? How long can I send it to? I could just, you know what? The thing that I wanted to voice record would have been my, not my manifesto, because I'm not doing anything, but it would have been like, yeah, for lack of better words. I'm not doing anything, but it would have been it would have been, especially if you could have seen it out my eyes too. Like if I had a producer, I need someone that follows me around with the camera all the time, because I am gold. I'm gold. How long does TikTok videos go? I just need to record. I have time. What time is it? I need to talk to myself like this. I talk to myself already. So why do I need to talk to myself like this? I need someone else to say, because I feel like there are people that would be a fandom of me if they knew all of the stuff that I know at the same time. So I want to create like a Jacopedia where I write down stories and I write down stuff, and then I take the links, like when I'm talking, if my brain is making an inside joke with itself, I can link that part, like write it all, link the thing, like say I reference a YouTube video or a part of a Matrix, or the Matrix, like, because if you say the Matrix, what even fucking do you mean? You could mean the part where they put a alien thing in his stomach, is that what you meant? Or the part where, you know, the little lines, or like the jumpy thing, oh yeah. Or do you mean when he gets plugged in and this fucking dude puts in all of these like he puts in like it kind of looks like a game system, like a little Game Boy, and he puts in the Game Boy thing, and it's all of the muscle memory and knowledge of Taekwondo and this and that and stuff. And so he's teaching Neo to fight by downloading the information into his brain. He just knows it already. And when I do that kind of stuff, I think about that kind of stuff, like Inception says that ideas are dangerous. Yeah, well, the ideas that come from movies and Matrix and stuff like that, they come from the producer, from the writer. You gotta back out, you gotta meta that shit, you gotta get back, and you gotta see it from the second point. You gotta be the witness and watch as the kids sit in front of the TVs, in front of their phones and things like that, and you're watching what's happening. The witness. And as soon as I mentioned the witness, I was no longer able to go on the train of thought that I was going on. I just stopped just then. Where'd you put this? Jacopedia? Yeah. Okay. Mom and Virginia are shopping for Indian food so they can eat some. I need to figure out how to people. Because it's a game. It's all a game. My ex-wife was like, it's not a game. I hate that you say that. I'm leaving you because you say that. It's not a game. I'm like, no, this life is a game. Have you seen Rick and Morty? This fucking shit's Roy. You're just like, also Midnight Gospel. That idea is also in that one, where it's like, you put your head in that vagina and like, see, you play a game. You're someone else's life quick, and then things happen, and that's it. Okay. I'm gonna go and just listen to Jerry. I'm not doing anything. Sometimes I think he just wants to, like he can listen. I can listen to him. I'll listen to him. So yeah, this is my diary, and I just had a thought in my head that I would just send this to Jerry. Most of that thing that cut out was for Jerry, and I'm pissed off that it didn't, because I kept knocking on the counter and being like, Jerry, this part's for you, because I could picture them listening to it while he was traveling. So this video the beginning of this video is really for Jerry too, like, could just... I'm boring to Jerry, though, probably. Like, TikTok videos, okay, whatever, like, whatever. But, like, would he watch to this point? Jerry, did you watch to this point? Okay. I should go 25 minutes. Sometimes I wonder. This Mercedes. It's a nice little treasure. There's a lot of treasure in this building. I wish that when I'm around my mom, I say things like the problem is blah blah blah. It's good to talk about the problem, but is talking about the problem something that also brings about the problem? I feel like in order for someone to know me, they have to just watch all the videos and watch all the stuff, right? Because it all makes sense eventually. It's kind of like Rick burping. Some people are like, ew, I can't get through that. I'm not watching that asshole burp and be drooly. But you get through that, and you get through the end of the first season, or the first episode, where it's like, yeah, and www, blah, 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 like, Rick and Morty show, the Rick and Morty show, oh yeah, the Rick and Morty show, season one, right at the end of this, yeah, it goes on for a little longer than you want it to, and it's uncomfortable, and then they play back to it in other episodes. They're like, one of my alternate universes, like this life that I would live, and I send it forward into the possibility world because I could do it, but it takes doing it, right? So I've watched all of Rick and Morty 5 times. Now I want to watch it again, simultaneously pretending that I have never seen it and knowing everything involved about it, and write about each episode, or like podcast about each episode, like the Bachelorette franchise does, where they're like, oh, and this is what this happened, and then this happened, and this happened, and kind of digest it with people, right? So just some of the ideas of Rick and Morty, that would be a good podcast, which I told my voice recorder from before that I lost. I feel so, oh my God. I'm thinking about it again, I'm like, phew, maybe it was only 16 minutes and he was exaggerating. If that was only 16 minutes, that's another sign of like the God stuff. Late in life, I'm starting to believe in God. Not in the way of like God, blah, blah, blah. It's just easy to talk to people and explain something by saying God, right? So God talks to me through my witness. That's what I think, right? But isn't that just giving one of your, like a voice in your head, the power to guide you and control you? Of course it does. What do you think? I can change my voice, it's fine. Because you're not the only one that can just, like, talk. Is this how I look? 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 Jesus Christ. And the primping begins, and you just like, I don't think this is the voice I want. I just wanted to differentiate from you before, like, to just kind of like talk. Because like, what would we do back and forth like this? Everything kind of comes to the point right here, to the point where let's see if I can do this on video. This is one of my, like, I'm a split spirit, and there's 2 of me in here, and we're sharing I'm teaching the left hand and the left side of my body to do more things so that it doesn't feel left out. Okay. Okay, so what should be happening here is that, because I can go cross-eyed down, cross-eyed up. For some reason, I cannot move one eyebrow and not the other. It pisses me off. I can move my ears, though. Right? And then, okay, so you should be able to put your finger here. And then look at that finger with your right eye, but move one eye and not the other. We'll see if that worked. Anyway, I said 25 minutes, so this is my 25 minutes. I like being on the recorder, though. 25 minutes is good per clip. Start another one if you want. Your decision.